I'm Mason Dowell.
And I'm Timmy Nordbrook.
And you're watching our LED TED Talk.
I'm going to give you a background of the history of the LEDs.
I'm going to talk about the engineering, production, and application of them.
And then we're going to test and compare the LED light bulb with your everyday light bulb. Hello. The light-emitting diode is a semiconductor light source. Its discovery was actually an accident. In fact, LED technology is quite old. They were originally founded in 1907 by Oleg Losev, a Russian guy whose ideas were overlooked. He was eventually killed in World War I. The idea was forgotten until about 1920 when Nick Holoniak began further experimentation on what later became the LED. Holoniak was later deemed the father of light-emitting diode. The first real LED was founded in the 1950s by the British, who used them to create infrared light. By the 1980s, super bright LEDs came into production with the use of gallium aluminum arsenide. This compound allowed for reds, yellows, and later greens to be made. In the same decade, blue LEDs made their appearance. The brightness of the blue lights helped pave the way for white lights. Once engineers were able to exploit certain color waves through LEDs, the intensity of the brightness of the lights increased.
The production of the LED involves a very sophisticated set of steps. First, gallium and arsenic, or gallium and phosphorus, are heated inside of a chamber, allowing them to bond together and form the solution of gallium arsenide or gallium phosphide. Next, a metal rod is dipped into the solution of gallium phosphide or gallium arsenide and taken out to dry. As it dries, the solution crystallizes on the rod. Once the solution is crystallized on the rod, a highly mechanized saw cuts the rod into wafers. Once the rod is cut into wafers, the wafers are taken and polished to get rid of any impurities and allow for a higher efficiency of the LED. These wafers are then cut into small squares. These squares are the backbone of what becomes the LED. These squares are then doped with certain chemicals to change the light output of the LED. Once they are ready to be set, they are placed in a plastic container and mounted like so. Then, two metal leads, one positive and one negative, are soldered to the square wafer. At this point, the LED is completely sealed off and is ready for use. At this point, the manufacturer has created a fully working LED. As you can see, the two leads are mounted inside of the plastic or resin. And what's very hard to see is the small wafer right on top, right there. The LED could be considered one of the most impacting inventions of the 20th century. It has allowed for so many different applications throughout so many different fields. The LED is quickly becoming the king of all light sources because of not only its small size, but for its efficiency and light output. LEDs have the ability to replace bulbs that are almost 300 to 500 times its size. They can also outlive other types of light bulbs by nearly 85 years. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, try and count how many LEDs you see in one day. You will soon realize that they are being used in nearly every electrical component produced to date. They are not only used as a means of lighting up the darkness, but also for things such as power indicators, like in your Xbox, your coffee maker, and power strips. They are used to notify you of the certain status of your electrical components, such as your wireless router and your printer. They can even be used as a means of style and expression, adding to a once boring table or iPhone. LEDs have so many different uses and applications, and it's up to us to work towards an even more efficient and energy-saving device. Do your part and convert some of your highly used household lights to LEDs. You will be amazed at how little energy your house will soon be using, and your parents will be even happier because you are saving them a whole lot of money.
LED bulbs like the one shown here last 20 times longer than traditional incandescent light bulbs. Because of their lifespan, LED lights are more cost effective compared to the incandescent bulbs. LEDs convert 80% of electrical energy into light energy compared to 20% by the incandescent bulbs. That's fun. That's more clean.
Now take the LED off, like untape it. Because it's taped on that, and just like smack it on the table. You can leave it connected to battery, just hold the wires in.
Oh, Jesus. Wait. Wrong one.
Yeah.
Thought it didn't work. Hey. So sweet. This flashlight here is your typical halogen single bulb flashlight with C batteries inside. It has a low output of light compared to a smaller, uses one AA battery LED flashlight, and it still puts out more light than this one. And this one has 3 LEDs and is better. Should I like shine the camera?
Yeah.
Blacks out. Flasher. My iPhone, which I have with me all the time, is more portable and still puts out more light than this regular halogen flashlight.
Here we're going to compare the luminosity of the regular halogen flashlight and the super bright LED flashlight. This is the regular halogen flashlight. As you can see, it doesn't really do much. You can see about maybe 10 or 15 feet in front of me. Now for the LED flashlight. As you can see, it brightens up the entire basement, and I can see as far as probably about 50 feet away from me, and even further. Thank you for watching our TED Talk on LEDs. We hope that you've gained a little bit of knowledge on the history, production, and usage of the LED. With this gained knowledge, we hope that you go out and try and save a little bit of energy yourself. We all have such a big impact on the environment, and switching to LEDs can really save a lot of energy. Although switching to LEDs is not the only thing you can do, it makes a huge impact on your energy consumption. Thanks for watching, and go green.